it is, y'all. Let's get locked and loaded for another episode of Freedom on Radio, live and direct here at IntellectualRadio.com. It's Chairman Fred Hampton coming to you live and direct with nothing but revolutionary love and respect. Today's date, let me bring him up to speed, is July 18th. 13th, no, not 18th. 10th, excuse me. July 10th. I'm trying to move too fast, y'all. July 10th. Got a number of issues we're gonna be talking about. You've seen the flyer. We yesterday, we had a phenomenal turnout at the prison review board down in Springfield. We're gonna touch about that, about different cases we went down there and spoke about. People for expungement, getting their records clear, as well as number of individuals fighting to get back out. And people who locked up 25, 35 years, you know what I'm saying? So that was yesterday in Springfield, Illinois. We'll keep you updated on that. And thank all people who came out, that supported, to speak for those brothers and sisters who are held captive down those concentration camps. It took me back down memory lane just hearing some of those testimonies. Also, we talked about some of the contradictions. Just got back in from LA. The momentum that's going on there with Kendrick Lamar. We'll update y'all on that as we bring up to speed about the upcoming annual Chairman Fred Streets Party. And also, we are fortunate and unfortunate to have some people, some sisters in the studio with us. I say fortunate because we're talking about it, but it's unfortunate because it's happening. And I'm sure that international audience, a lot of people have not even familiar with what's been going on. But we're gonna break the ice. So if y'all can, y'all get your coffee, whatever you do, because I need you wide awake for this. Get your pens and papers, take notes or iPads, whatever generation you cut from. We're going to put some international pressure. Like a lot of times people talk, not to sound sacrilegious, I respect the fact people say they need the prayer warriors. We need all them too. We need them warriors online. You know what I'm saying? Put some pressure. We're going to get some call-ins about this subject matter that and so many cases that come to our people. You say a lot of times black people treat like the Rodney Dangerfields, all races, no respect, and the lack of mainstream coverage of this, it shouldn't be shocking. But I need y'all to get y'all pads, iPads, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Call a friend, youngsters, whatever the case may be. Put the word out. But with that being said, I want to welcome you all to Freedom on Radio. Thank y'all for coming in. In fact, y'all came a little distance. Y'all, where y'all come from?
Joliet, Illinois.
Joliet, Illinois. For those who listen, again, our international audience, this is what, 45 minutes, hour out of Chicago? 45 minutes out of Chicago. Let me preface with this. A lot of times I call people's bluff. Every morning I get up, about 50, 90 calls. People say, oh, this happened to my son, this happened to my daughter. Let's talk about this. I say, okay, well, could you meet me at the courthouse? Can you call in? And a lot of times there's no follow-up, no follow-through, Soon as we get word about this, and we requested, in fact, we gave an option to these ladies who say, well, this case about these missing black men. I say, well, the options is y'all can call in. And that was, y'all can call into the radio show. And I got a call back shortly thereafter. They said, we coming in. And so, I just want to commend y'all for that. And I want the people to take notice of that, you know what I'm saying? Because again, as UEP News said, the people without the people, revolution is impossible. And the people to stand up, we got y'all back, but we need y'all to come, to put the work in. These ladies have came, they traveled quite a distance. So with that being said, please introduce yourself to our audience, and then come with the impression. That a lot of people ain't familiar with what's going down. So take us from the basic elementary steps. Why are you here? First, who y'all are?
Okay, my name is Jewel Robinson. My son is Robert Long. He was missing from April 11th and pulled out the Des Plaines River in Joliet, Illinois, April 19th. And I'm here tonight because we need the community's help. We need your help. Parents that lost a child in that river. We done had now 16 deaths that I know of, 4 being Hispanic and 11 being black. and they want to tell us that all these people are drowning in this water. And I don't believe that my son drowned. I believe my son was pushed in the water. We have the detectives, and I'm kind of disappointed with Joliet's police system right now, because they not investigating. They not investigating, and they just brushing it off as a drowning, which I don't believe to be true. When my son came up missing the next day on the 12th, I was told he was pushed in the water. And I went to the police station to do a missing police report, and they told me I had to wait 48 hours. So when I finally went to the police station, they told me that was a lie. I should have never had to wait 48 hours. And then I was told that they don't go into the water off of hearsay. So I took it upon myself to go to the community council meeting and speak up for my child. And when I went to the council meeting and pleaded for help, then and only then did they put the boats in the water. I did a community search for my son the 19th, the day his body was pulled out the water. And the only reason they put the boats back in the water because the media was there. Every media station you can think of was out there. So I'm asking for you guys' help. We need this to be known what's going on in Joliet over by that water, man. And no one seems to care. We need fences around that water. There's no cameras around that water. But you want to convince me that all those people drown. So I'm here tonight to fight for mothers that have children that either been pushed in that water, however they ended up in that water. We need some help, man, because Joliet police and detectives are not doing it. They're not doing it.
Oh, y'all listening, y'all. This is heartfelt, HARD and HEART. Don't this conversation. It's not a period after that. You know what I'm saying? This is it's a comma. You know what I'm saying? We got some more unfortunately, we got some more people in here. So y'all stick with us. You know what I'm saying? Ride with us on this here. You know, again, make sure y'all taking these notes, marking these dates down. I mean, like, Joliet. I know a lot of people in Chicago area. The history of Joliet prison also. I remember some while ago, it was a big case about these children in DC and DCFS that they didn't come check on. It was, I forgot the details of the story. It's a big that sticks out of my mind. But this is right next door to Chicago, y'all. And she just showing those who viewing it with us on the YouTube and Facebook and other forms, social media. This is her son right here. How was he?
37.
37 years old. Matter of fact, while we talking, hashtags these names. Say his name again.
Robert Long.
I need hashtag Robert Long. Joliet, Illinois. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna flood this conversation. You know what I'm saying? So stick with us. We'll ride with us. This is a comma, not a period.
Hello. I'm sorry. Hello, my name is Sandra Berry. Um, I don't know what it's like to lose a child, but Jason Bingham was my cousin, my little cousin. He was pulled from the Des Plaines River on May 18th of last year. Jason was 23 years old. I'm kind of like one of those citizens. I just go about my regular day, like we all do for the most part, until it hits home for us. Um, and so I can't say that when several of the other people that were missing that I was a part of, a search party or anything like that, um, or any type of protest. However, until it hit my family. And so now, because it has hit my family, I have vowed to make sure that Jason gets justice. I too went to the city council meeting where Miss Long was there talking to the council members and the Joliet PD about what was going on and what had taken place with her son. Um, there's no concern for our community. And so, unfortunately, when they won't do it, we have to. And we have to keep their names out there, continue to hashtag, and we need to continue to put the pressure on the Joliet PD. Um, but we need some kind of barriers up so that this stops. We need some cameras. I don't, the mayor talked about he wants some type of special cameras that will detect movement.
Yeah.
I don't care if you get Ring cameras at this point. We need cameras and we need this to stop ASAP because unfortunately, it has been no one but people of color that have turned up in that water. And I don't want it to be a white kid or a black kid, but it shouldn't have to be a white kid in order for Joliet PD to take it serious. And at this point, I feel like these mothers deserve justice, these families, enough is enough. At what point will the city say, okay, we're on board? At what point how many lives have to be lost before the FBI gets involved?
Yeah.
Because it's been too many. And so I don't want to, we talk about it when it's fresh and it happens. And we talk about it for about, I'll give us a month. But then after that, we don't talk anymore until the next one. I don't want it to be a next one. So we have to stay diligent. We have to be there for one another, but we have to put the pressure on the Joliet PD.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all again being here. Again, I want to reiterate to y'all, to our listener audience, and our viewing audience, while we going, hashtagging these names. Before the show, so we had come with I don't know if it's a official campaign name or something that's been put out already, but we gotta get something. That when people hear it, we talking about what's your cousin's name again?
Jason Bingham.
Jason Bingham. That's Bingham.
Yes, sir.
Jason Bingham, Bingham, and Robert Long. Robert Long. Jason Bingham. Robert Long. Jason Bingham. Joliet, Illinois. I know you probably say, "Well, man, that's tragic." That happened. You guys say, "Well, okay, well, man, I think you can check out for a minute." But again, comma, we have some other guests in here, correct? So y'all, this is and I'm just hearing about this, and I'm a flashback into just even the comments. I forgot a preteen for me, and for those who can, the Atlanta child murders, Atlanta, Georgia. And ironically, we just having this conversation about this, and I remember as a child, my mother would take me to the bus stop, and the red, black, and green banners were everywhere, and it was signifying about the missing black children in Atlanta, Georgia. And it took a long time for that to come out. You know what I'm saying? People say, you're paranoid, nothing happens, so on and so. And mind you, but the momentum of the people, the groundswell. This is pre-social media. It got to a point that mass people all over said, "What's going on with these black children?" And I'm gonna talk about some of the unsolved questions that still to this day. They had one guy locked up. A lot of people, including myself, see it was just like a scapegoat, Wayne Williams, was the guy who gave the case. A lot of they say even after he was locked up, the children were still coming up missing, and they say I'm not gonna water it down. They say like it came out like even the foreskin of the black the boys of their private parts was cut off, and it was and the whole it was graphic. You know what I'm saying? It came out, but they tried to water a lot of stuff down. And not being too, I'm gonna ask y'all this question too, but is there any discussion about their organs, anything? Their bodies was found. Do we know if everything was intact?
Okay. I
I'm
think I
coming to
got
you.
I got the autopsy back the next day.
Uh-huh.
and they said it wasn't no foul play.
Uh-huh.
My son, like I said, was pulled out the 19th. I still yet have not received the toxin report. A detective Bow is over my son's case. I haven't heard from him.
Uh-huh.
Period.
Uh-huh.
And to piggyback on what she was saying, Joliet held a community forum meeting last week or the week before, which was supposed to be for mothers of children that pulled out of that water, give us a chance to speak.
Mhm.
Instead, the whole meeting was the fire department,
Yeah.
was the police department.
Yeah.
No mothers got a chance to say anything
Yeah.
outside of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other mother was so frustrated she left.
Yeah.
So they took up all the time with the meeting with their own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's sad,
Yeah.
man. It's
Yeah.
sad because they're treating our children like they don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, the golden retrievers can come up
They
missing
don't
like this.
care. Look, I go to the community meetings and I do all that
Yeah.
because we need some help.
Yeah.
Can't one person do this by
No,
themselves?
real talk.
This is a community thing, and we need to come together and find out what's going on at that river.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the pastor that got pulled out the river yesterday.
Some people just heard about this morning.
The pastor got pulled out the river yesterday. They have a video showing that man's car going over the river July 2nd. Why was the community just informed on the 9th? They did a community search for that man on the 6th and 7th. The family wasn't even told they saw a car going over the river. What are you guys hiding? Yeah. We need some help, man. And they want to say they the best police. Please show me how. Show me how.
We hear you.
You know, it's rough. My son left 7 kids behind.
I was about to. That was my next
7
question.
7 kids behind. Yeah. And I was in the process of moving. Yeah. He wouldn't have never left me like that. Yeah. Yeah. He had 3 babies just graduate 8th grade. Do you know how it was to sit in that graduation without their dad, man? I don't know. 3 of them graduated 8th grade. 1 on a Monday, and then his little baby made 1 year old the same day. 2 that Thursday. And then that Sunday, his oldest daughter, which I pray is online right now, turned 17. My heart is hurting so much. I'm
hearing you.
Y'all just don't know, man. And it's like we can't get no help. We can't get no help. Till this day, I still haven't received a toxin report and haven't heard from the detectives. You know, so I have to keep lifting my voice.
No doubt.
Asking for some help.
No doubt.
Because it's going to come to the light.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's coming to the light.
I'm glad you touched on that because a lot of times we hear these numbers, these stats and facts and these names, and it's like it's detached from a community. Not whether we talk about political prisoners, deaths in our community. Like Winnie Mandela said, when a person is a prisoner, it's not just the person doing the time, but the family is impacted. And so I was going to go into that too. Our next guest too to touch on, and I mean that question. I want to talk because when we talk about these cases, not only to humanize these individuals, but to show you how the impact. You know what I'm saying? The impact. I mentioned I was at the prison review board meeting yesterday, and you listen to these cases, and people was coming saying, "Well, my uncle been locked up," and they talking about how dramatically, you know what I'm saying? The one sister how she went wayward, how she gets, she had no male, father figure in her house. He locked up. The 7 children. You know what I'm saying? The trickle down impact. You know what I'm saying? I can't even imagine. Tag team with us. Our next guest. Who?
I'm Pastor CC.
Welcome, Pastor.
And thank you. I'm here to support Jewel.
Right on.
Once we found out what was going on, I let her know that I was there, and I went to the search party on the 19th, and I just saw her heart and other mothers' hearts. And the Joliet Police Department, they're not doing what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
They're not investigating. They're showing a lack of concern, no care. They're not talking to people. No one. It's not like it's one Lone Ranger out there by himself. We don't even have a Lone Ranger. And it's unacceptable. We're losing our black men, and we can't afford to lose our black men. And they're steady uh, pulling out dirt, but nobody is able to hear what that dirt is. And so I stand here behind Jewel, but behind all the mothers, and say, enough is enough. We need you. We need you to help us. That's what you're supposed to do. As being a policeman, that's the oath that you take. And they're not doing that. And so I'm here for the long haul.
Respect, and again, I appreciate all y'all and our listener orders. Again, I can't reiterate how much I want while we speaking. I need our listener audience, our viewing audience, to put the Joliet Police Department's phone number, put it posted up. We're gonna, you know, what I'm saying, the business flood, them call-ins in. Y'all got these names. Got some more names too. There's got to be. We can't afford a set trip. Say, well, there's something happening in Joliet. What they got to do with us? Marcus Garvey said, "One struggle, one people." You know what I'm saying? We say the people's pain reflects. So we want to again. We want the number put up on call-ins. I'm brainstorming now. We're going to set a date, a strategic date. We're going to need some more bodies to go down there. Even you mentioned the search. Y'all did the search already. We just even for the morale, and also we got to go back down and re-hit that pavement, go down there and just make a trip down there to Joliet, y'all. So we got to come on down there because when people, a lot of times, sometimes to our community, they isolate us, so we're just on the west side or the south side. But again, Joliet is 45 minutes outside of Chicago. They came up here, y'all. I mean, at a moment's notice, they came up here. So, I think we owe it to them to organize something to get down there ourselves. But in the meantime, between time, put that number up, want them call-ins, call-ins flooding them. I don't care if they say their business hours is 9 to 5, whatever, man, flood them. We want people that's outside who don't speak English. We want them calling in. We want people, calling for the different area codes. Let them know this is an international concern, what's happening down there. Y'all mentioned okay, now, Joliet, okay, so explain the Joliet and Des Plaines. Sometimes I heard reference to Des Plaines River.
It's Des Plaines River.
Des Plaines River.
Yes.
Okay. Des Plaines River, y'all. Joliet again, 45 minutes. What is in, this ain't, we ain't been on Main. Now the pastor that this actually I heard about this vaguely before, but like yesterday you heard a little more coverage. You know what I'm saying? But no real mainstream media coverage. What about locally, local media? Is in the discussion about this Joliet local media? Like
yes, I had been on JOL radio. The Patch did an article on me. The other newspaper they have out there. All those people was present because I searched for my son every day until he was pulled out that water. So the only time the police really showed up is when they showed up. So the Herald News, and I was on ABC, all the just like I said, once I did the search and they knew the news media was going to get involved. They put the boats back in the water with a drone then. That's when they pulled my son's body out the water, and they didn't once look. We out there searching, and they call me and say, "Get to the park." So I go to the park right where the water at, and the detective's like running toward me. I'm like, "What's going on?"
Right.
He said, "We just pulled your son's body out the water," and I just fell to the floor. But not once did he ask to take me where my son's body was. I didn't see my son's body. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got into the funeral home, I wasn't able to go in. But my family did. And it's something else. That was my only son. He lived with me. I have one son, one daughter, and it's rough. It's rough. Lately, every time I go, because I've moved out of the Joliet area, but I still work in the Joliet area. And every time I go to this neighborhood where he was last seen, where I used to live, I get mentally, spiritually, and emotionally sick. Right now, I'm dealing with a grief counselor that's helping me to get through this. I don't like Joliet no more. I don't. The police was given some names. They ain't investigated. One police told me, everybody say these brothers did it, but they don't have no proof. Then he says to me, oh, I didn't mean to say it that way. Oh, yes, you did. You said it just the way you meant to say it. I'm disappointed in the police department, the detectives, but I want to thank some people, LaJoy being one of them, even Trista Brown. These people reached out to me and they've been helping me much as they can. See, people don't know I knew LaJoy way before all this happened. And what they want to say about all these bodies is that they were drunk and high. That's their excuse for their drowning. They were drunk and they were high.
Or mental illness.
Typical tactic. Criminalize the victim.
My belief is that my son was beat and threw in that water and wasn't capable of getting himself out. All I know is I need some help. I want some help, man. We have to stop this. It has to stop. Something strange is going on in Joliet.
Real talk. Hashtag that. Something strange is going on in Joliet, Illinois. Hashtag that. Something strange is going on in Joliet, Illinois. I need, they need our assistance. You know what I'm saying? Man, we need people on deck with this here. How we looking on time? We'll switch up one person.
Okay. I do want to say about.
Hold on. One second, bro.
One other mother, Minnie Waters.
Okay.
She don't live here anymore. Her son was Anthony Dunn.
Okay.
He was pulled out the river 2 years ago.
Hashtag Anthony Dunn.
Anthony Dunn. And we talk every day. Every day she does live videos on YouTube. Just tune in. I do live videos. We need all y'all answers.
We need their YouTube address. We need all y'all social media contacts. We want y'all to share. I want this to be flooding, like, you know what I'm saying? I need them youngsters in particular, social media team, to hashtag this, replay it, all that type of stuff. 1 second, we'll switch up. Remember them names. Okay, take one station. Switch up.
Searching for an answer, but no one seems to know where it can be found.
And meanwhile, the hopes and dreams of all God's children seems impossible to reach, hopelessly bound.
So you call me, choose me, let me, send me.
Tell the dying world just how much you love them so. You made me, you raised me, saved me,
you gave me power to proclaim liberty in Jesus' name.
Free from your trouble, free from your worries. Oh, the sun sets free, you're free indeed, you're free.
The past is behind, the best is before you. So walk in liberty, may you free.
I believe that there is a reason for everything.
Oh, yes it is.
A purpose and a season for all things.
Sometimes a simple word spoken when needed can inspire those who hear it. Keep on believing. Yeah.
Call me,
shows me, let me, how much you love me so. And you made me, raise me, save me, gave me
the power to proclaim liberty in Jesus' name.
free from your trouble,
Free from your troubles,
free from your worries,
free from your worries.
whom the sun sets free, you're free indeed, indeed you're free. Yeah.
Past is behind you,
Past is behind you,
past is before you.
past is before you.
So walk in liberty, He's made you free. You're free, free.
Be set free, be transformed by the renewing your life. Your mind, your thoughts will change. Don't look back. Be not entangled ever again. Since
Ready. Hey, yo, we right back at y'all. Y'all heads up, eyes on the fist. You know what I'm saying? We still riding. You know what I'm saying? Those who just tuning in with us, y'all. I mean, we in Joliet, Illinois. Something strange is happening in Joliet, Illinois. Something strange is happening in Joliet, Illinois, y'all. Y'all make sure you get them names. I need y'all to make sure you put them names we already before we closed out. Anthony Dunn was the last name we put up. We want them. We want a roll call. All them names put up. Something strange is happening in Joliet, Illinois. What do we leave off at? What was you saying? You were saying about this
The city council meeting.
city council and also Anthony Dunn's mother. I'll make sure we get them social media.
She has a page. It's called Justice for Anthony Dunn.
Justice for Anthony Dunn.
You can find it on Facebook, YouTube. I really don't have a page. I just get on there and go live when I
hear
feel
you.
like it.
Yes,
you
indeed.
know?
So we need y'all to make sure y'all get that Justice for Anthony Dunn. Call us. Y'all call in. Make sure either 929-477-3785. Press 1-708-223-8953. I think I hear them call. I hear the ring come on this one. So call straight in, y'all. So we got some other. I say fortunately and unfortunately, because you know what I'm saying. I mean, because we got to talk about that. Ain't no sweeping this up under the rug, y'all. Our thing is the immaterial tactic. The world got to see what's happening. But while we waiting on our calls come in. Another guest just came in. You want to let us know who we got in here, sister?
How you doing? How you doing? This is Joy, and I am here because I am a witness to everything that has happened. I was doing security over there, Riverwalk area, for like 8 years, and within that 8 years, I have been passed over 20. Have you seen me back men flyers? Have you seen me flyers? Now, yes, the pastor, it was 15 found in the river. The pastor made 16, but we also going to talk about the men that's not in the river that's also missing in Joliet.
Yes.
So right now, today, this topic is about the ones that was found. We have over 25 that's not found, that have not been found in the river, but still missing. Now, Anthony Dunn was I don't want to say like a mistake, but it was a blessing because they was looking for someone else. As they were searching for another missing body, that's when they stumbled up on Anthony Dunn's body.
And it's 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I feel like that the only way that we're going to get something done here is we do all come together as one. I mean, Operation Boogeyman, because it's something strange going on in the river.
Yeah.
It is something strange going on at that river.
Well, Joliet in general, because you said, in addition to the river,
Yeah.
People just black men coming missing also outside of the river.
Outside of the river.
Man, I'm while y'all talking, man, Milwaukee, the Jeffrey Dahmer case. You know what I'm saying? My mind is going there. I mean, it was a big uproar about a lot of people had the issue that is a movie show. But those nothing with Jeffrey Dahmer. It was, I mean, all these black men in particular coming up missing. And again, in that tactic, that same usual tactic that's criminalizing the victims, whatever happens to us, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's the police beating us. Rodney King, was he speeding? You know what I'm saying? So something happened to us. Was they drinking? You know what I'm saying? Y'all see they saying now, right? Mental illness, so on and so forth. At some stage in the game, y'all, we got to take the position they took in Detroit. In this case, Malice Green. 1 second, y'all. Take a pause for the call. Make sure I do this right. Okay. Welcome to Fremont Radio.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well in this end. Who are we speaking with?
My name is Elisa. I am the cousin of Jewel Robinson and Robert Long.
Welcome. First and foremost, welcome to Fremont Radio. I'm gonna pick up where I left it, but I want to yield. Forgive that echo, but listen to audience. We got another guest in, and I mean it's going on and on. Introduce yourself to our listening audience. Why are you calling in tonight?
I am calling in because I heard you mention something about the Atlanta child murder, and they accused a black man of all those murders, and we know that he wasn't the one. And I hope this doesn't turn out the same way.
Yeah, and I recommend people listening while we're doing this, let it be a history, because a lot of times people say, "Oh, you paranoid," you know what I'm saying? Conspiracy theory, you know, going around, whatever the case may be. But do some research. I want everybody to do some research, y'all. Check out the Atlanta child murders. Again, Atlanta child murders. I think it was the early '80s. I remember this vividly. My mother walking to the bus stop, and I remember this discussion. But the Atlanta and the individual that you just mentioned, Wayne Williams was the one giving the case, and even when he was locked up, black children were still coming up missing. And you know what I'm saying, and everything that happens, believe you know what I'm saying, it's some benefit. A criminal psychologist said when you go to a crime scene, and that's what's happening. The first thing you got to look for is who benefited. Who benefited? In Atlanta, they talked about like the land grab, you know what I'm saying, the different companies stuff coming up, you know what I'm saying? So like in Chicago, you see all these mysterious murders and stuff like this be happening. You start saying, well, who benefited? You start seeing the different universities getting the property, so on and so forth. You go back and look at Milwaukee, look at Baltimore, when the heroin flood through certain communities. The first thing you got to look for is who benefited. They're talking about right now in Harvey with the high water bills. All of a sudden, they say Amazon's coming up there. I know a lot of times we don't believe that we that important. People say, well, black people not that important, then nobody would have no plot and plan on us. But contrary to that, look at history. Want everybody to look up there, Google that, the Atlanta child murders. Type in Wayne Williams. Milwaukee, Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I'm saying? Jeffrey Dahmer. And a lot of cases happening in Ohio, Cleveland. I can't remember, there's a lot of cases in Ohio, you know what I'm saying? And it's so many that the history that don't even talk about. But something strange is happening in Joliet, Illinois. But go ahead with your caller before I jump in with you.
Okay, I just want to say my heart go out to all the mothers who are missing their children. I pray for you all. I pray that you get the answers you're looking for. Jewel, that's my cousin. I love you, Jewel.
Love you.
My heart goes out to you. And I pray that you get the answers you're looking for.
Thanks, cuz.
And I pray that you get the answers you're looking for.
Right on. I want to reiterate what you said. The community, we got this is a community call on. We got to have, and I say community. Ain't just someone a few blocks, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Again, international, y'all. I think Joliet Police Department, they have to see them different area codes, y'all. They have to see the area, they're saying the media. Off the top of my head, I want Crusader newspaper. I want to make sure we get a contact with them. I know they get some to Philadelphia, Empress Filet. I got a few media contacts. I want to make sure I connect y'all with also. this has to go everywhere. I don't know if somebody trying to call. Y'all bear with us 1 minute. But man, put this word out. Tell us in your social media. Tell us in the conversation at church when the deacons say, the pastor say any announcements. Tell us in at the conversation at the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? Tell us in at the barbershop, the beauty shop, everything. It should be on saying, man, through the you out there hanging at the club, the joint, all that. Let's say, man, something strange is going on in Joliet, Illinois. This needs to be a common conversation, not just when this ain't just no quote unquote political stuff. You know what I'm saying? This gotta be tied into everything. Hood comes, you go, man, when you riding, everything. Tie this in, y'all. If they said, like I said, man, if they told you 15 pit bulls, dogs came up missing. I believe that. Peter, there'll be the Humane Society said, wait a minute, something is going on strange out here, all these dogs coming up missing. You know what I'm saying? So the dogs. So man, these black men coming up, man, we gotta put rappers on this, man, put this in, make a song about it. Something, man, make a song about it.
Rappers,
make a song about it. Something, man, make a song about it.
Comment about what you were saying about how they criminalize the black people, even when they in our death.
Yes.
The newspaper, the Joliet Patch. Yes, I'm putting them on blast. The Joliet Patch will put the entire criminal background of the victim of a crime. If I am a victim of a crime, what I did in my past doesn't matter. You know, let my family grieve me in peace. You don't have to drag me through the mud to get your point across. Someone took that person's life. And so unfortunately, the Joliet Patch, the Joliet Herald News, that's what they do to the African-American community in Joliet. They lose their life. I got to put everything about that person. There was a family, I won't mention their names, but, you know, they were pretty much involved in gangs and drugs and stuff like that. Every one of the family members that passed away, the Joliet Patch put, let's say you're my sister, you got a criminal background, I'm gonna put your background on. I'm the person that died. Not only did you put my background down, but they put your background, they put your background. My family's history has nothing to do with my life being lost. And so, you know, we have to stop supporting or patronizing these companies or these newspapers that continue to tear our community down. Put them out of business. The Joliet Patch and the Joliet Herald News, they need to do better.
That's right.
Because the black community deserves better.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
That's
they
right.
do. And I just want to leave with this. I just want to say this. They're saying all these bodies drown. And they want to say alcohol, drugs, or mental illness. I don't care if they had all that. Mm-hmm. Does that mean they deserve to die?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Right. They don't deserve to die.
They literally trying to kill them again. And see, we just give y'all a history on this drowning tactic. Carla, I'm going to bring you in 1 second. I don't know if y'all familiar with the Move family, Philadelphia, where the government dropped the bomb on Osage Avenue, 1985, May 13th, 1985. And the only survivors was Ramona Africa and Birdie Africa, his brother Birdie Africa. He was an avid swimmer. They claimed on a cruise ship he played on, supposed to drown in a pool on a cruise ship. Mm-hmm. Dr. Martin Luther King's, a lot of people don't know his mother was assassinated inside the church. Dr. King's mother, yeah. And his brother, A.D. King, who was a cold swimmer, they say he drowned in the pool. Mm-hmm. Who was just Rodney King. Rodney King, who was beat, the LAPD beat him. Y'all remember the verdict of Semi Valley came out, you know what I'm saying? Not guilty. He later, who also can swim, he supposed to die in the pool. You know what I'm saying? They say drown, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this they'll get on us directly, indirectly, you know what I'm saying? And people say, what's the purpose? It could be anything ranging from population control, you know what I'm saying, to our body parts, you know what I'm saying? And we did the case of Kendrick Johnson, I'm saying, but they found his body rolled up in a mat.
I remember.
Yeah.
In a wrestling match.
You know what I'm saying? Wrestling match. Organs missing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we'll be here all night. You know what I'm saying? But again, hey, somebody in power. You know what I'm saying? Whether they use some that case in Atlanta, child murder, whatever the case may be, y'all. Like I said, this was dogs coming up missing. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a real uproar. So we need to put that pressure, y'all, international pressure on them.
I'm gonna piggyback off you right there when she said that. I understand that you said we need a new media, and that's why we're here. The Black House is the new media out there, and this is how we here where we at now, making something happen.
Right on. I'm just making the connection to Black House, sister. Okay, right on. Okay, my fault. I'm just making the connection. Okay. Yeah. I'm just making right on. Okay, forgive me. I'm moving so fast. Caller, if I look, okay, you still with me? Still with us? I had you on mute for a minute, caller. You was on. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, welcome. First and foremost, welcome. Introduce who we have here and your reason for calling.
Hi, my name is Candace Pfeiffer. I'm Robert Long. I'm his son, mother. I was calling for justice for Robert.
Y'all remember that name?
Robert Long.
Y'all remember that name? I want y'all to make sure these names. We need these. You know what I'm saying? While we talking again, I need y'all. I see my people that on YouTube. I need them names hashtag. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say over and over hashtag on Twitter or X or whatever they call it, social media. So as soon as you hear that name, you at minimum start saying, I remember that name from somewhere. Robert Long, Anthony Dunn,
Jason Bingham.
Jason Bingham. Keep on reposting them names. And with Joliet, Illinois, with hashtag something strange is happening in Joliet, Illinois. These, you know what I'm saying? They got family members. They got, you know what I'm saying? These are human beings. I want to humanize them. I want to bombard and flooding in. The Joliet Police Department calling in. You know what I'm saying? They the spin tactic. Well, that's not our department. This is the traffic department. Well, still, this is the such and such department. The stolen property department. Flood them, all of them. Flood them with them names. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling from Iowa. I want to know what's the status. You know what I'm saying? On every flood them. I don't care if it's the auto theft department. Flood them. You know what I'm saying? Media. You know what I'm saying? Any media contacts. You want to flood them, and then connect to what's the sister's website? You just mentioned the other one.
Justice for Anthony Dunn.
Justice for Anthony Dunn. We want to connect that. We want to say connect them on different interviews. The Black House. All we got some networks going on. This is Robert Long's. You see, his son's mother.
Yes.
How old is you all son?
My son, his name's Jaden Long. He's 14 years old. He just graduated from 8th grade, so he is going to 9th grade.
How what's okay? Like since okay. So when how did the news get broke to him? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like what about his father?
Well, Robert came up missing, and my son, he was really worried about his dad. He normally always talked to his dad, and he kept calling, trying to find out where his dad was. So we kept going around and did flyers. We had the little search party. And the day of the search party, they came up with Robert in the water. I don't know why they put my baby daddy in the water.
Oh, the son, the 14. He was when the search party. He was with y'all. Yeah. So when the news was broke, how did he respond? How did
So the search party is when y'all found him? Yes. Which was the same that happened with Jason. We were supposed to search that day.
Which is the same thing that just happened with the pastor. We was getting ready for the search. We was getting ready for the search, and they he popped up.
Dig that.
We was all out there that Friday, all of us right there, and he popped up. Same thing. He popped up.
Yes.
Audience. Listen, dig this. Okay, FYI, a point that should be noted. You know what I'm saying, when that pressure coming, right when these search parties happen or about to occur, or right, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden the bodies.
My son's body turned up doing the search
party.
Channel 7 News was out there, and Channel 9, because I was out there with her. Channel 7 News was out there. Channel 9 News was out there. We all was like right there by the complex, you know, and the river, Centennial Park, is across the street from me.
Centennial Park is right, okay.
And they called, all of us went over there.
Yeah. And I was like 2 or 3 blocks away, going door to door putting flyers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they had my daughter call me and ask me to get to the park.
Huh.
Mhm. And we all went over there, and that's when
Another
that
call.
was-
Sister, hold on. And if I lose you, call right back, sister. Fremont, welcome to Fremont Radio. Welcome to Fremont Radio.
Yes, can I say something? Can I comment?
Please,
That's my
welcome.
best friend.
Yes.
Okay. I can comment now?
Yes, you live and direct. You listen, international
Okay,
listener
my
audience.
comment is for Jewel. I commend you for what you're doing. How you using your voice for your son. I'll keep praying for you that you get some answers, because they ain't doing what they say they're gonna do. I don't care that, that's all I have.
Thank you.
You said a lot.
Thank you.
Said a lot. Thank you. And please stay, keep us in tune, and put the word
I
out.
got them hashtag on them names.
Show you right. Show you right.
Uh-huh.
Show you right. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Hashtag them names. Hashtag something strange is going on in Joliet, Illinois. Again, that people pressure.
I got that too.
Right on, my sister. Right on. Show you right.
Love you, Jewel.
Love you more.
That's what we talking about, y'all. Again, y'all, that people pressure. I'm clicking back over to the sister. You still there?
She probably hung up that baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
We heard some. We hearing family members call in. You just hearing some of the testimonies about the impact. You know what I'm saying? And that's long. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure. Talk to them, their peers, their friends. I imagine how the impact. But when she said about this son, that's that prime time. 14 years old. That's that prime time, and man, it's that prime time. And man, it's that prime time. I'm just thinking, like, I was just at this prison review board hearing, and this young lady was talking about the brother I went down there with. He was doing some time. They framed him for a murder case, and his mother came with him. He talked about when he was locked up. His mother came to visit him, and he said, "Man, look in her eyes," and she's telling about how his daughter, starting to act up. And so this plea called an Alfred plea, where it's not saying you guilty or not. He took the plea to get out with his daughter, and he told me, and she ended up going to college. This is presence. This is presence. You look at and like you were saying something earlier about how the impact, like you go through certain, you can't go through certain areas, and you know what I'm saying, and you the stress in what you feel, and I know a lot of times. With men, so that maternal instinct is something we can't describe in words. Like you look at y'all, you look at them animal shows. They talk about the elephants mourn and whales mourn with the baby. They come back, and I was just coming to. I was did this trip yesterday with this brother. I was laughing because I was looking in the mirror, and the relationship between him and his mother, and we was talking about. I remember growing up. I'm something going on in my life, and I come. My mother, she felt it. You know what I'm saying? She felt it. And I tell you, we're dismissive with that maternal instinct, and you know what I'm saying. Can't be put in words, y'all. And I'm saying it to say the impact, the trickle down impact, y'all, can't be told in words. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing when his son's mother called in, and I was really trying to push to get, you know what I'm saying. How he got the news, you know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to make sure y'all heard what was brought out by the families. Soon as all the discussion about these search parties, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden, the bodies are here.
We actually were out there searching. We
Oh,
all
yeah.
formed in front of the building where I live, because my son lived with me. I passed out maps of different blocks. Certain groups of people took maps and went here. Certain people went there. We stressed out in Joliet. So when I was on the block I was doing, that's when I received the call. Because some of them were in the park searching. But I was walking the blocks. We was in trees. We was through forests. We was in dumpsters.
Through the
We
buildings.
was in garbage can. We were determined to find my son. And then I got that call. And I want to say this to me. My son lived with me. That was my best friend.
I mean, man,
When I wake up now, I got a picture of my son on the right, a picture of my son on the left.
Yeah, I can relate.
We talked every morning. We talked before we went to bed at night. And I wake up and I do the same things every day. I talk to my son. I miss my son dearly, man. And like, it's some people out here deserve some stuff. But he was that boy that didn't deserve whatever happened to him. And I'm talking about it was over 500 people at his funeral.
Wow.
That just tells you what kind of young man he was.
Yeah.
Didn't bother no one. It hurts,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
It hurts.
I can relate. I can feel the relationship. I'm telling you, man.
So not only do the bodies appear during the search, but majority have been coming up missing from either 400 Cass Street, 400 Broadway Street, or the 2200 Western.
And for those of us outside of Joliet, okay, give us like some the demographics. That's the black. That's all, I mean, okay. Describe it to okay.
So that area, you could say, really like a triangle, basically. Really.
Yeah.
How it go from there?
It does. If you wrote it down, if you drew it, that street, this street, that it looks like a triangle, and in the middle of that triangle is the river.
Water, the bridge.
Right by Harris's Casino, it's a river. My apartment looked over the river. I could look out my window. I'm right over the river.
Yeah.
That's the last area my son walked off from. April the 11th. And I had never seen him again till I was at the funeral home.
Her cousin. 400 Cass.
Yeah.
Pastor. 400 Cass.
How long in the past was the latest case that we know about?
Yesterday.
Right after her.
Yesterday they pulled him out.
How long was he missing?
He was missing. He was reported missing on the 2nd. But that's why I say Joliet is hiding something, because yesterday they put out with a video that they got a call that a car went over in the river July the 2nd.
Hold on 1 second. Yep.
What were you doing those 7 days after that car went in the water? Why didn't y'all even tell the family that a car had went in the water? Because every time the family spoke, they talked about his car and the car he was in. So you wait 7 days later to reveal to the public about a car going in the water that went in the water on the 2nd? Come on now, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Something's fishy going on, man.
Real talk. Caller, welcome to Freedom Radio. Bell with us. We say Cub with us, Panther Cub with us, y'all. This is Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. coming to you live and direct, y'all. We doing something strange is happening in Joliet, Illinois. It's 45 minutes out of Chicago, outside Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Something strange happening in Joliet, Illinois. Caller, who do we have, Caller?
What's going on, Chairman, man? Man, my name is Carl. I'm out here in Joliet. I'm an organizer, and Joel know me, and man, I just called in for a minute, man. Speak my piece, man. She had asked me to, join. I know she was gonna be on the show today.
Yeah. Welcome. What's your take? Yes, indeed, brother. What's your take, man?
Well, man, with the pastor from yesterday, man, it's been 16 bodies over the last 6 years, all black and brown. Yeah, of course, you know what I'm saying. We know that there's some odd going on, and it's a lot to it. So, in order for the families to receive the kind of justice that they really need, which is for somebody to be held accountable, people will have to come forward to say, you know what I'm saying, what they think. That's That's one of the issues. The other issue is that the politics out here, man, they so tight knit, and it's hard getting the people acting and motivated, mobilized, right? And so that's our fight out here. But with four of the families who I've been speaking to, man, we definitely know, man, from the whispers in the street, you know what I mean, what happened, and it's not what the city is trying to pass off. You know what I'm saying? It's not just we can't accept the fact that, like, y'all just first they were just trying to say that all the men overdose. Everybody they found in the water, they was trying to say they overdose, which made no sense. And everybody they found in the water, they trying to say they drowned, committed suicide, right? Yeah. Or committed suicide.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, factually, yeah, these men drowned, but they means of getting into the water, you know what I'm saying, is what needs to be investigated. That's what needs to be, brought to the light. And so, so Joel, man, when you get off here, I just spoke to another one of the mothers today, and man, we just gonna try to mobilize. We're gonna press the issue, make sure that we gonna try to get 100 bodies down at that next city hall meeting. If we got to take every single minute of they public comment until they listen, you know what I'm saying, until they just tired, we can get on the agenda. But we're not gonna accept what they gave us with that little bogus meeting that they had 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, where they tried, you know what I'm saying, push that in the face of the family. No, we can't accept that, man. We can't accept them not trying to hold nobody accountable and not taking into consideration that this is if this was in any other community, man, if there was 16 white people in the water, it would definitely be a problem.
Man, real talk.
But you know what, Carl, I'm gonna let you know, it ain't gonna be no difference, because we finna act just like it is 16 whites in the water. That's what we are here for. Together we will make a difference. This is why we're here now. From Missing Please Come Home to Speak Up to the Black House to Chairman. We here. We is here.
What's the next?
And I refuse.
What's another big key date? I don't know, a council hearing. What's another big?
Do you know when the next council meeting is for real?
It's the first and the third Tuesday every month.
Of every month, yeah.
So early, okay.
And I just want to say this, they offered us no help. I was in the process of moving, and I hate to share this. Right now, I'm homeless. No one offered me a hand. I had to use my money to bury my son. I had no insurance because I never thought I would have to bury my child. I thought my child would have to bury me. I have insurance. I called agencies for help, and they said they could relocate me. But after they found out he wasn't shot, no one could help me. Right now, I'm okay. I'm sleeping on my daughter's couch, and that's fine. But Joliet offered no kind of help whatsoever.
We got some of the names here, and as I read this off to you guys, you can listen to the dates of this. Now, I know it's kind of hard because you guys is right here, but I'm going to read off everything. We have Michael Hollins, age 42, missing 4/3 of 2018. A dead body discovered on Monday morning floating in the Des Plaines River between Joliet and Shanahan has been positively identified as him. Eric Cutter, age 27, 3/23/2020. Illinois State Police officer investigated the death of 27-year-old Joliet man whose body was discovered at a spill mill in Joliet at the Southwell River, Des Plaines River. Now, Akeem Campbell, age 35, 7/1/2019. A Joliet man body was found in the river in Des Plaines on Monday, according to the Illinois State Police. Akeem Campbell was 33 years old, drowned in the Joliet River. Anthony Dunn, 1/18/2021. Dunn body was floating in the water near the 700 block of Railroad Street. The Illinois State Police identified him as Anthony Dunn, floating in the Joliet River. Lonnie Jones, age 19, 4/24/2015. Lonnie's body was pulled from the Des Plaines River. That afternoon, Lonnie was a teenager who was identified as Lonnie Jones. Now, I'm going to take it to Lonnie Jones. Lonnie Jones is different. According to the papers, they say that Lonnie grabbed a Bible and jumped in the river, which leads back to something strange is going on in Joliet. I know it's dark spirits in that water. You could feel it. You could feel it when you walk past. You could feel it as you drive past. But I just want to speak on Lonnie, stop and pause, because they say that he jumped with a Bible in his hand.
Can I just piggyback off of what she said? And this isn't, and we aren't saying this just because we've lost loved ones to that river, but anybody that lives in the city of Joliet, or if you're just happen to drive through, walk across that bridge, one of those bridges. Go near that water. There's something strange happening in Joliet. A church that I belonged to about 4 years ago, the pastor put together a prayer visual, and we were praying by the water, and we did this for 2 months, every week, in June and July. And you have to be spiritually minded, because I truly believe that what's going on in the city of Joliet is not just happening in the physical, but it's spiritual. And so when she had mentioned to me, they had mentioned to me earlier about the young man jumping in the water with the Bible. I am a firm believer that there is something going on there, because I would get off work every night when Jason was missing, my little cousin was missing, and something, I'll say the Holy Spirit led me to that side of town, because I don't even live that way. And I work an hour and 15 minutes away, but every night I was getting off work and I had to drive to that side of town looking for my little cousin. And ever since we found Jason, or they found Jason, it's been really difficult driving over the I-80 bridge, or driving over those bridges, or even going to that city council meeting a couple weeks ago, being near that water. It's a very eerie feeling. And, just to hear it, these ladies say exactly what I feel lets me know that there's something going on there. And we need to get to the bottom of it. I know I may not know spiritually what is taking place in that water, but I don't want any more lives lost to the Des Plaines River. And we have to do something ASAP. And then even the Joliet police, when we were there, they made a mention about they wanted to know why the community doesn't snitch, why they don't come forward and talk about what's going on in our communities, or if they see something, they should say something. Well, I call you bluff, Joliet PD. And I do that. My dad was a police officer, and I had a great deal of respect for police officers. But when you see what's going on in our communities, us getting pulled over for wrongfully, pulled over while Black, even our children don't trust the Joliet PD. It has to start somewhere. We have a new mayor, so I'm really praying that things change. But right now we need answers, and we need them fast. You talked. I'm sorry, caller. You talked about the Atlanta murders, and I remember back then when my mom was like, okay, she wouldn't let us go outside. Everybody was terrified that their child was going to come up missing. So I remember not being able to go outside until they finally found someone. And you're right, the murders didn't stop. But I had that same talk with my nephew today. He's an adult, but I have to tell him, don't go nowhere alone, because I don't want you to be the next statistic coming up in that river. I will not lose another family member to the Des Plaines River. But it starts here, but we need a community. It takes a community to do what we need to do. And it's going to take a lot of work, but don't be weary. Do not lose hope,
Faith.
and do not lose faith, because God's got the final say when it's all said and done. God's got the final say.
Hey, excuse
Right
me,
on.
Susan, just to add to what you're saying, it was just I agree with everything you're saying. It definitely takes community, it takes a village, right? But it also it's gonna take for us. It definitely takes for us to save us. The mayor, the police chief, and the fire department are the ones who had that fluff meeting the other week, right? So
Yes.
we see where they at with it. So the only way that they're gonna move on this is if we, get together in solidarity and we come forward with some tangible evidence that's gonna make something happen. Now between the families, I know you are part of the Bingham family, and it's like 4 other families that I'm in contact with, and man, it's some things there that we could shake some up and make the city move, but it's gonna take us to do it because they're not gonna do it. I've been out here fighting. I've been fighting these people for a few years now, for about 4 years, and regardless of what angle we come at these people, they have a really, really tight knit. This is an old hillbilly government out here, and if you got a black voice that's too loud, they're gonna try to do what they can to shut you up.
Yeah.
And so that's what we fighting against, and we also are fighting against the black folks out here who done took the bait. They done took the bait and allowed for the government, to quiet them, or allow for the government to give them something to have them try to quiet other black voices. So it's going to take us, and it takes the people who, unfortunately, most of the times, man, with things, people don't get involved unless it directly affects them. So the families that's directly affected, I understand your fight, but it's going to take for the people who have not been directly affected. We got to get them to move. And then once we can get them to move, and once we can get the community around us to move, then we'll be able to get more traction. But if it's only 5 or 6 of us going out to the city council meeting, or if it's only 10 of us that show up, every other month, that's not gonna get the traction that we need. So we got to do this together in solidarity. I don't know if you in contact with Joel, but I do know how to get in contact with your family. And the things that we're gonna try to do, we're gonna try to get everybody together for next month. I want 50, try to get 50 to 100 people. We're gonna go down here to the city council. We're gonna meet prior to that, so that we can know what we want to go down here and demand. We got to know our demand list. We got to know what we can do, and we got to know what we can do to move these people. And we got to put that fire up under their ass. And we ones that's gonna have to do it, because they're not gonna do it for us.
Let me humbly suggest it. I'll make sure I'm not overstepping. Whatever next key date, I know I supposed to do the event up there a while ago, but let's see if we take that energy, mobilize something for the next key date to come up, a party for a search party, something like that. Like, we take whatever's for now, like organize. I like this quote that Minister U.E.P. Newton, visionary and co-founder of the Black Panther Party, said, "Power is the ability to define phenomena and make it act in desired manner." So that means, Reverend Nat Turner, he would take the church and use it. Harriet Tubman using Negro spirituals, whatever's phenomenal. So in New Orleans, when I organized, I would take the Mardi Gras, the second line, which is the hood version of Mardi Gras, define it and make it work in our interest. Whatever's phenomenal, up there, whatever. I don't know if it's block parties, whatever the case may be. We take that phenomenon, we define, we tie it in, we tweak it to this dynamic. So let's brainstorm on that, put something together, and Richard Pryor, comedian genius Richard Pryor. He's a peopleologist. I like that term. I'm a peopleologist. I study people. I see the pride. I might be overstepping. The pride you all come in here with. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to you. It's true. I do this brother, this mother yesterday. I say it was like looking in the mirror. I'm watching that. And I can see the relationships with your son, your cousin, all. I study that, and y'all work on the mechanics. A lot of stuff that we hear stuff and the impact. This, I mean, the financial hardship that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to. We figure this out, y'all. Because stuff that, like they talking about in Florida, I heard somebody talking about like they moving from there because the insurance don't cover certain storms. It's like so a lot of stuff in our community, like you said, is set up. Like you say, they say they don't. It's not a gunshot, so they don't cover it. It's certain things you take for granted. You know what I'm saying? The funerals, all the service, and the trickle down impact. And I hear you. You said sleeping on the couch. I'm flat. I bare my soul at the Hampton House. My back messed up. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Going through some different things. So I go back just get on the bed. Let's figure out something, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, y'all can figure mechanics of a GoFundMe or something. I know people say, "Oh, here we go," but something to get some resources. You know what I'm saying? Because you in this war need a war chest. You know what I'm saying? So I need to get back with us. Let's set up something. We get some resources. You know what I'm saying? The aid and assist with the families. You know what I'm saying, y'all. And even whoever y'all get these contacts, and I'm saying this, I'm putting this out there, you know what I'm saying, because it's humbling. We go through, you know what I'm saying, and this, you know what I'm saying, but and respectfully, you know what I'm saying, not with no dog, but and people say, well, don't understand this on this battlefield, ease that pressure up, you know what I'm saying, to be out there, you know what I'm saying, because I'm hearing everything y'all saying, you know what I'm saying about, the specifics about the pictures on both sides, you know what I'm saying, I'm hearing you.
So it's like, Chairman, it's like so you have this is how it's set up. You have the housing authority, which is the projects right here, right?
Yeah.
You got the river, and then you got the casino.
1 second.
The casino. So it's easy for them to try to say depression, mental illness, because it's the way that they have the setup. So with everybody just right there in that little area, and the rest of Joliet is outside and surrounding that, of course they don't care about that little area.
Yeah.
So as I was doing security there, when I quit was last year, and the reason why is now, as we see, that my last day there was Juneteenth of last year. Yeah. And that's when I told everybody bye, whatever. They was like, well, Joy, what you gonna do? And I was like, well, I'm not gone. I'll be back.
Yeah.
But when I come back, I'm gonna be here to help.
Yeah.
And I kept my word with that.
Right on.
I have been doing that.
Yeah.
So to say that is, it was a setup all along for Phil.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way that they had it.
Yeah. Can I get it? Either we get I don't know if y'all got a contact, a cash app, or something that directly, or somebody that you. If we don't, by next week, give me something to each one of y'all. Because nothing other than gas money. I'm stressing this again. I want to get some resources to allocate to y'all. So you got to contact with some resources. Go for cash, everything, y'all.
I have cash.
Okay, this Chairman Free, I'm saying this directly, y'all. Whatever resource you can to assist with, you know what I'm saying. I can see the whole dynamics. You know what I'm saying. I'm hearing and feeling. With that being said, what's your cash app?
My cash app is $ Miss MISS Jewel JEWELL Robinson ROBINSON. The J is capitalized and the R is capitalized. So again, $ capital MISS capital JEWELL capital ROBINSON. That's it. Nothing else behind.
Repost that. Somebody repost that for me on on all the social media accounts. I need that reposted. You know what I'm saying? I try to put everything in the context of like warfare. You know what I'm saying? War chest. All that. You know what I'm saying? Just the resources, even the search party, so on and so forth. You got a contact Cash App or whatever.
My Cash App is $ capital SONJA F as in Frank 0915. That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Repeat that. I need somebody to repost that for me. Repost that for me. Repost and tie it in with that. This is too. You know what I'm saying? And to the work that they doing. I'm the work that's happening right now needs some support. Now I say support spelled with a $UPPORT. You know what I'm saying? Because the resources, funds. So we get those. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all can send that. You know what I'm saying? I want to also make sure I bring in that brother. What capacity was he?
He's not a pastor. He's with me.
He with you. Reason I want, and I'm glad the other brother calling too. I want the other brother to come in too, because again, a lot of community. You know what I'm saying? Men and women. You know what I'm saying? I really want to stress that, 'cause a lot of times it's seen. I know the narrative is that it's just it's like a war between men and women. But again, how this impacts our whole community. To me, that's why I'm glad that his son's mother called in. You know what I'm saying? Because I see one thing that made that Montgomery Brawl look so beautiful, Montgomery, Alabama. One of the characteristics of it made it look so beautiful. Look, I can see you lit up when I just see that charged up. Just to even mention it, the Montgomery Brawl. It was me. It was a community. The men, women, all our people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you'll see certain things happen. It just be the men, just be the women. So, but this impacts all of us. You know what I'm saying? Once the call in, Robert Long's the son's mother. You know what I'm saying? Man, all and his mother's here. The community. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure let the record reflect. We have the pastor in here, men, women, all the community and how it impacts us, y'all. So I want to stress that.
Continuing off.
Oh yes.
We have.
Well, I made a mistake and thought that you was complete with the list.
No.
Forgive me.
Oh
man.
No. Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, forgive me.
Yes. No, it goes on. We have Diego Santiago, age 17, 1/4 of 2020. Diego body was found floating in the Des Plaines River by the 700 block of Route 6, the area of South McDowell Streets. Now, almost every last one of these men bodies was found floating
in the Des Plaines River,
South McDowell, or the Rock Canal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Caller, welcome, caller, Fremont Radio.
What's going on? And I got
you get cut off
on my phone. Yeah, I got cut off.
Hold on. Hold on. Yep. You can call in. Yep. Welcome, Fremont Radio, caller. You ain't calling? Welcome, Fremont Radio, caller. You in?
Fremont.
Welcome, Fremont Radio. Who we at?
Yeah, Fremont, Chevin. This Rise Jr. How you feeling?
I'm well, only seeing brother, man. Welcome, Fremont Radio. Where you calling from, my brothers, for the listening audience?
Man, I'm in OKC in Oklahoma. Originally from Joliet though.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Man, so, man, I had to jump in real quick, Chevin, because it's like, it made me think of, all the young guys that post up on the blocks, right?
Yeah.
Y'all out on the blocks day and night on negative time.
Mm-hmm.
Why y'all not outside posted up around this lake when your brother's going missing?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm hearing you.
Act like it's a real war going on outside for real, because it is.
Yeah.
Amen.
It's a spiritual war for real, and we dying times 10, not just by them, by us. And that's what, man, it sets me on fire, man, because y'all can sit outside and do this, that, kicking the bobo about nothing all day long, but y'all ain't trying to kick the bobo out about what's really going on.
That's good. That's why I'm really so hurt over my son. My son got up and went to work faithfully every day. He was a working man. He wasn't one of the ones just hanging out, maybe on the weekend on his off days. But he got up faithfully and went to work every day. He was a good person.
I think I want to struggle to put this in the context. Ironically, I had a situation. You go look at my page, look at my Facebook page, and you'll see what happened this morning today in Inglewood, Southside Chicago. This morning, we have to look at our community. It's like a lax. I came out the house this morning. It was a young white lady, about 25 years old, walking down the street taking pictures of cars and houses. Go look at my Facebook page this morning. This is posted on Fred Hampton on Facebook. Go look at my Facebook page. I pull up. I said, oh, I said, who is this? And the brothers, everybody was just lax and stuff. I said, who is this? And everybody was just laxed around them. I said, man, hold on, man. So I said, Miss, who you taking pictures? She said, I don't need no help. I said, no, I want to ask you need help. I said, who are you? I could ask who she, so she can, I took a picture of her license plate in Cotto. So I said, man, see, it'll be a time when I know the gentrification, land grabbing, displacing, so we don't know who is who. It's certain things. They're saying they don't. You know, saying like a structure like guard. It keeps certain things away. You know what I'm saying? We have a structure in our community. Man, this ain't man. Who is any foreign entities? I don't care if a person come in. Don't like who are you? What you doing over there? You know what I'm saying? And they destabilize our community so much. And one of America's policies, when they go to Iraq, when they go to Africa, when they go to the Philippines, they go to Detroit, is to create chaos and then restore order. Man, it's be a time in Chicago, be a time the structure was so laid out here, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't no trying to figure out who, you knew who was getting into it. They, you know what I'm saying? We don't, and we have to be real careful with the term us, because a lot of times they bring in, foreign entities that get the same skin color, but that's not our community, you know what I'm saying? This is not, man, I don't know how big Joliet, I know they're big in Chicago. We supposed to know what's happening, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to know what's happening in our communities, y'all. I know they're constantly displacing us, y'all. We got to tighten up who is who. Used to be a time we knew, oh, hold on. I'm going to tell you what real quick war story. I know we got to check out in a few minutes. In New Orleans, after Hurricane America, we didn't call it Hurricane Katrina. Y'all know I'm real big about words and terms. We say everything political, called Hurricane America. We say Katrina ain't kill nobody. Went down there with these 5 pastors. I went down there to get these families out. We brought these families out. So one little young lady, she said, you different from the rest of the preachers. I said, sis, I'm not a preacher. I just came down with the church van to help get y'all up out of here. We brought the families back. Got to south side of Chicago. She pulled me to the side. She said, let me talk to you, Mr. Hampton. She said, my mother ain't never seen Baton Rouge. My mother has never been out of New Orleans her whole life. She asked me, my mother's missing now. She said, my mother has some issues. I said, I pulled her to the side. I said, what is this, dope or crack? She said, dope. I said, give me 20 minutes. I come back with her mother in 22 minutes. I went on the law. I went this back then. She said, "How you know where to get my mother at?" I say, "This is city of structure. Your dog come on store, I know where to go." You know what I'm saying? So that fact that we don't know what's happening, our communities have been destabilized. We gonna have contradiction, but we got to know what's happening in our community. That's how we guys are looking at these communities, y'all. So again, you're right, brother. We got to tighten up the ranks, y'all. In our community, tighten up the rank when certain things happen. Who is who? We should know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So you got this, man. Ain't no war on guns, and no war on drugs, and no war on gang. It's war on our black asses, and we don't resist. It's nothing less than what Minister people call reactionary suicide.
And we have to be careful about the people that we put into office because
no doubt.
Because
no doubt.
You mentioned earlier about who benefits from certain things. So, and I might get in trouble for this, but hey, I'm here. We had a councilman that runs a funeral home in the poverty-stricken area in Joliet. Yes. So if I'm a councilman and my business benefits, why do I care if we fix the crime in that side of town? And it's been business benefited greatly.
Yes.
And on the east side of Joliet is where these crimes are taking place. And unfortunately, we have one Black-owned funeral home in Joliet.
Yeah.
So that's where everybody's going.
Yes.
Except for my family. We've decided that we will no longer patronize.
Yeah.
Because I will not give my money to someone who isn't doing anything to help my community.
Yes.
And who greatly benefits from this and could care less because he has jumped on the bandwagon with the other people in authority. So at the end of the day, we need to make sure that when it's time to vote, we go out there and vote, and we vote in numbers. because at the end of the day, everything that affects our community, we have to make sure that those people that we put into office, we aren't just going to see them in our churches when it's election time. We're not just going to see them in our community when it's election time, but we need you present all the time, because at the end of the day, this affects our children.
Man.
And I want to make sure that when I do have children, my grandkids are able to grow up with their parents. And unfortunately, this young lady just lost her son, who had three grandkids graduate from 8th grade. And so unfortunately, this young man that was working so hard to support his family, he was no longer here. Yeah. So I need it is very important for now the men in that family or the men in our community to step up, because there are so many kids that are fatherless, that need that role model in their lives. Who's going, if they don't do it, you can't be surprised when your kids are acting up, when your kids are following in the footsteps of the people that you've, unfortunately, those brothers that are hanging out on those street corners. So we just have to stay vigilant. We have to help one another, but we definitely have to get out there and vote.
Yes, and I'm with you, sister. You know, I worked the election, every election, and I worked the last election, and the turnout was pitiful. We need you guys come November. Please get out there and vote, and not complain after somebody in the office you don't want there when you didn't take time out to vote.
I appreciate y'all coming in so much. I want to make sure you get them contact, because they look the producer, he give me the eye, you know what I'm saying, with the time. But I want to make y'all. Oh, please, please go ahead. This I don't recognize that voice.
My name is Nicole and Jerry. I'm the widow of Chairman Fred Hampton. They didn't cut off the other, but let me say this. I hope to see everybody August 30th at Chairman Fred's Street Party. That's one of our ground zeros. We're at 12 noon at 2337 West Monroe. We can call it Chairman Fred Hampton Way. People do all kind of networks and join with other people to work on campaigns and cases. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say one more thing. Wherever you go, whether you know the people or not, let your greeting be, there's something strange going on in Joliet, Illinois. Yes. That'll be an attention grabber. I don't care if you walking down the street, that's your hello and that's your goodbye. When you stand up in church and testify to all the blessings God has bestowed you with for you being happy in that church, that's the start of your testimony and the end of it. And people, what are they talking about? They're going to be, well, let me see. You know, we need people to do this. We need people to do that. And that's just a suggestion that I'm making. But I know I'm going to see all of y'all August 30th at Chairman Fred Street Party.
Free them all. Power to people. Right on. If y'all got time, we'll go by the Hampton House also.
I want you to give me the information that she.
Yes, the August 30th Chairman Fred Street Party. We're gonna. Matter of fact, we're gonna have a panel time. Y'all, you know, saying address this too. It's an annual event we have. Close out, y'all. But hey, I'm going.